everyone, this is just a really quick video. I just want to show you how I packaged up my flowers for the Your Paper Pantry August flower swap. The theme this month was vintage, so I just wanted to show you how I packaged them. So you saw me make this one, the flower that's scrapbooking in the dark, so this one's really pretty with a vintage button. And then this purple one, I kind of showed it, but it was hard to see. I made it out of this really cool old paper, and then I spritzed it with purple glimmer mist, and then add dazzling diamonds and mounted it on another pretty purple flower. I think that one's nice. I'm usually not a fan of purple, but I kind of like that one, and it's sort of vintage and old-fashioned. And then this one, I took some lace and made a flower, you know how you weave it in and just make a rosette, and then just mounted these little ribbon flowers with some little pearls in them, so I really like how that one turned out. And this last one, I used my Cricut and the Sure Cuts a Lot cutting program, and I cut out this, it's a chrysanthemum, and then on the underlying layer, I don't know if you can see it, but there's script, and it's actually some William Wordsworth script that was photocopied, and that's underneath, and then there's the lacy part, and then there's a little piece of tulle here. Can you see that? And these are vintage buttons from my great Aunt Dorothy's button box. So I've got my 4 flowers here. So there's my flowers. So I thought, how can I package these to make them kind of unique and different? So just the other day, my mom gave me yet another piece of, I love Aunt Dorothy's stuff, so cool, this really cool vintage fabric. And I thought, oh, I'd love to share this with everyone. So what I decided to do is to make a little envelope. They're all different sizes and cut really rough. So the first thing I did is I just cut out 5 pieces. So I just ran some Fabri-Tac adhesive down the sides, like so. And then kind of just folded it up a little bit higher, like that, just to kind of make a really rough to kind of make a really rough envelope. What my hope is when people get this, they take it apart and use this little piece of vintage fabric. That's why I didn't want to put too much stitching in it. So I'm just going to trim along the edges there. That adhesive is really cool. It's the first time I've ever used it, and because everyone was recommending it, but I really, really like it. There. So I've got a little bit of an envelope here. So then I just took a piece of plain white cardstock and cut it to the size of the envelope. My scallop scissors. Just going to kind of roughly go around. Kind of want to give the little flower package a little bit of structure and support. So I slip that inside. Oh, it's a little bit too wide. Again, there's no measuring at all, just playing around here. So there, so I slipped that inside, and what I did next is I started tucking my flowers in. I put flat ones in first, just on top of that cardboard piece, and then the bigger ones just on top. And so make sure they're not being squished, and they're all nice for the journey. Then I just folded this over like that, took a piece of yellow coordinating ribbon, and just simply just tied it in a knot. There. wanted to do this video is I wanted the recipients to know why their flowers were packaged in this old fabric, and that my hope is that they will reuse the fabric. So there's the nice little bundle, and before it's ready to go, I've made some tags. I just took these small shipping label tags and I stamped Always Believe and colored it in with the Stampin' Up! Marker and inked it around with basic brown. I put my blog address and my email on the back, so I'm just going to write on it with a Sharpie pen. Monica's Vintage Flowers. There, so I've got that written on there. And then I took my date stamp and I just inked up August and 2010 and left the other part kind of blank. So in a blue ink, just right here on the side here, I stamped the month of the swap. So it says August 2010. And the last thing I'm going to do, I'm taking this twine, and this was also in that sewing box I got from my mom of all that old vintage. So this, even the little piece of thread is vintage. I made a little loop. I think these are called lark's head knots, I'm pretty sure. You just put the loop through the hole and then slip it under the ribbon here. Grab onto the loop and tuck the ends in, like so. There we go. And then I'm just giving it a little extra tie for security. Here's my 5 little vintage flower bundles that will be going out into the mail tomorrow morning on Monday. So I hope everybody likes them. And speaking of flower power, I have to show you the coolest thing ever. My son and his wife got married exactly 1 year ago today. And I kept my beautiful corsage in the refrigerator, just my regular fridge with the milk and stuff. And look at it, it's still alive. I cannot believe it. It has the bobby pin. I must have pinned it in my hair at the end of the night. Who knows? I don't know why there's a bobby pin, but I don't dare take it off. But isn't this beautiful? It's still alive after 1 whole year, not one brown edge or anything. I think it's an orchid. I think. It smells like my fridge, but it's still alive. So here's to flower power, people. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.